Hello, everyone. Got the incense out. Hope that you are doing amazing, phenomenal, and well. Ooh, I feel you slipping. There we go. Hope that you are doing amazing, phenomenal, and well. Feeling blessed, recharged, and solid within self. We're going to go ahead and get into this reading. I wanted to do something a little different, and not really different, but what new knowledge do you need? And now there are different piles. You can just check it out down there below. But it's what new knowledge do you need for the next chapter is a pile, the future chapter, sorry, the current chapter in the past, okay? But just pick a pile, maybe, because I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to do the old and the old, the current, but we're just going to go ahead and go with that energy. But either way it goes, let's go ahead and get into pile number one, okay? And that is the current chapter 101. Look at y'all coming in. That is your current chapter. What new knowledge do you need in this current chapter? That's a little bit too bright. What new knowledge do you need in this current chapter, in this current energy that you're in? And I feel like, you're at the part of the book where you're like really getting all the details before you hit the climax. That's where you're at right now. You're already deep within the book, deep within the, chapter itself, deep within this new stage. You've already went through metamorphosis. Now you're the butterfly. Now you're flapping around. You what the fuck I'm saying? The fuck I'm saying is what you're getting, okay? But it's this energy where you're already in there, right? And so with this information, with this knowledge, with this grasp of life already, it's like, what new knowledge do you need now that you're currently in this situation? Now that you're currently here, right? It's like when you already have a phone and like, okay, we're just gonna do an update. You already have the phone, you already know some new things, so now you're just gonna need some new information for that, right? So let's see, Spirit. We're going here. Where we going? We're going here. Okay. Let's see what new information you need in this current chapter of your life. Because right now you're in there. You're in it. And it doesn't mean you have to be going through something or something is happening to you. It's just your current chapter. It's almost like a daily reading. Okay? It's almost like you're doing a daily reading, but for your current stage of life. What you got for them, Spirit? We got Just Stand by that man. Okay? Because once you've done all that you can, all that you can do, it just stand. And so some of you may be going through something, and I feel like right now some of you aren't. I'm feeling like, thank you, Spirit, that some of you are prone to kind of chaos or self-sabotage or wanting to rush things. Or right now, Spirit is like, just stand. Okay? Just stand. Peace is good to stand in. Serenity, calm, not being booked in bed, like just stand in that. You're being productive right now in a lot more ways than you think. You're healing in a lot more ways than you think. You are shifting in a lot more ways than you think if you can just stand. Just think about it. If you're on the battleground and you're just standing, don't you feel like you might be prone to getting hit? But the Spirit is telling you, even if you are on this battleground to just stand, it means you're what? Protected. You're seen. You can move once the path has been cleared. You can observe, take in all that is happening on the battlefield or just within your life. And so Spirit is like, just stand, just like in your current battle, just stand in this. Take a look around. Take a look around. And nobody knows that song from My Scene, see the My Scene movie. Shouts out to you because nobody in my current life knows that. It is so good. Take a look around. Take a walk downtown. Yes. Now we see why Spirit wants you to just stand in this current chapter right now. We have, can you take my karma for me? And so if you were to be moving at this moment in time, shifting, giving energy or attention to anything, but just being currently in the moment of currently just standing there and be like, I'm grateful I can breathe in and out. I'm grateful I have this, or damn, today's a good day. I got to see the sunshine. There goes this. Just standing. I ate this today. You'll know when you're currently present when you can remember what you ate. I don't know who that's for. You'll know that you're currently present in a moment. You can remember what you ate for breakfast and lunch by the time we get to dinner. So something in regards to memory can be very significant where you feel like you're just every day is blurring together. But when you're standing there, like I said, you can observe. And I feel like we're absorbing everything where everything is merging together, mixing together. But you're able to see each distinctive detail. And so also taking a step back is very significant for you as well. Not just with the can you take the karma from me for me. Ooh, I shame. And you take the karma from me, but with this just stand. You're able to just look and just be in presence and allowing that in. So in your current chapter, baby, people are in their own current chapter as well. They got to deal with their own karmaphilia. They have to deal with that themselves because right now you are standing, and with this being on the orange, which is sacral chakra, you're standing in your creativity, you're standing in your emotions, you're standing in your capacity truly with an emotional depth for yourself and what you're able to give to others. And you're standing in your sensuality of understanding what that means and how that envelops you for more. Okay, because we also got praise-based Christianity or just spirituality can be very significant because just Donnie McClurkin is a Christian singer. But praise break, I don't know if anybody's ever been in church, but when you're like, you know what, while they're preaching, while they're literally preaching, they're like, you need motherfucking praise break. They obviously don't say motherfucking, but you get it, you got it, it's good. But it's a praise break moment where you're just like, wow, I'm just, like I said, in the testament of your life. You're currently in a living testimony. While you're in the testament of your life, praise break. And also, I'm hearing with this praise break is going to confuse your energy. Praise will confuse the enemy. So I started singing, I started clapping, I started dancing. People were laughing. They knew my problems, they knew my pain. But I knew God would take them away. Oh, yeah. I'm about to get into it, and I only got a certain amount of time. But yeah, you're praising right now because you're in a moment where you can truly stand still. And even if you are going through something, feel like life is happening, that is also a great moment to be like, shit, I can actually I don't have to do anything to get shit done. And you're realizing that now. And so now you're like, I can still praise. I always tell y'all, happiness is some of the highest protection. Joy is some of the highest protection. Always. That's why I'm like, you don't always need a motherfucking candle to get protection. Clap your hands and sing and say, thank you for protecting me. And that is more than enough. So with this praise break, you may be noticing some things shifting around you for the people around you or just like, but just stand right now and praise for you being in this current chapter because we have W, wins. I'm hearing winter, something going to happen in the winter or this upcoming winter. I'm hearing wax on, wax off. Yeah, it may seem like what you're doing right now is not much, but like wax on, wax off. And once he was like, do wax on, it was like, again, that happiness, that just living your life, just be. And so you are moving in a way. I'm hearing water now. I'm hearing Toucan Sam. Like watching morning cartoons, Toucan Sam is the toucan from Fruit Loops. So that can be significant. Not sure for who it is. I'm hearing wait for me, and then it's almost like almost distant in my mind, where it's like wait for who? So this is weird. It's like even when you're standing still, not even doing anything, just actively living, actively praising, actively being, not getting involved, right? People start asking you to wait, and you're like, wait, I'm literally standing still. How are you not able to catch up? Which means you're not moving at all. Like I said, what you're doing right now is healing. You're still in operation. You're still progressing. You're still doing. You're still shifting. But with them, they're not moving at all, especially with this being on solar plexus. Whatever this is, it can be the environment around you. You feel like, I met all who you just feel like I met all who I need to met, or, and like, I mean, actual environment, like state, city type thing. Or just the mindset, you're just like, mm-mm. Yeah. Wow, a lot of y'all have been talking with God more, whether that's Abrahamic, whether that's Buddhism, whether that's Hinduism, or so forth, have the universe, the divine energy. Because we literally have from the inside out, whatever you do, God do it from the inside out. And that's also another song. So singing, music can be very significant. I'm hearing waving your hands. Again, a lot to do with hands. You can talk with your hands. I love to talk with my hands. But from the inside out, and that's why I said you're moving, you're still progressing, you're still doing, you just don't have to show it so exertingly on the outside. I'm seeing, I don't know. I'm seeing somebody like go to the gym, they just pour water all over their head and they panting. It's like, but you didn't do anything. You showed all this work on the outside, but nothing changed from the inside. From the inside out, whatever you do, gotta do it from the inside out. You're no longer seeking external validation. We have I remove the spirit of fear. A lot to do with you are spiritually protected. You ain't got it from this reading here. You are by just being, by just living, by just expressing joy, happiness. That's why it's always so sought out. It's a light. Those things are light. But it's also protection. The same way that a moth is drawn to a flame, it's still light, but it can burn your ass up. And so with this, I remove the spirit of fear, like I said, your voice, that's throat chakra, clarity, grounding as well, intuition. You're recognizing I don't need to do too much as long as I'm embodying myself with the spirit and invoking that 1, 2, 3, 4 and living in that. That is also a praise break. Because a warrior knows that the best thing to execute a plan is to be mentally aware and rested. No matter how strong you are, you're going to get tired. No matter how smart you are, it can get a little confusing. Ashe. We have, y'all, there's some spiritual people on this bitch. I love you. We literally have, I was going to say open doors, open mouth, open sesame, opportunities, right? But then we have also open the floodgates of heaven, let it rain, let it rain. Mm-hmm. Open the floodgates of heaven, let it rain. Let it rain. Yes. Some of y'all have been praying. Like I said, literally with the praise break, some of y'all have been in midst of y'all testimony. Y'all have been preaching. Y'all have been living. And so in the midst of that, you've just been feeling it. You have been opening yourself, heart chakra energy right across from the pink, love. You have been opening yourself to realizing I can embody the expression of love that I am invoking in my life. I don't need to take on extra. I'm here losing the dead weight. You're removing the spirit of fear, the spirit of doubt. So we're thinking about spirit in the same way we think of energy and frequency can be changed. And that's why also music can be very, very, very significant. Clap your hands because it's changing your frequency, your body, everything. So you've been drawn to listen to music or you've been listening to music more, keep it up. That has helped you to remove the spirit of fear and that energy. continuously. I won't allow you to put yourself in people's way because they want you to take their karma and energy for it. Just stand where you are and live your life until spirit says move. And you'll know when that is. Final card. I'm happy and excited to keep going as I know it all works out and is working out. And that's why they're like, wait for me. Because that's right on top of whatever you do. It's because they see you moving on the inside. And they just moving on the outside. You did all that work to get to the gym, to pack the bag, to set up the video, but you didn't do anything to actually work out. You did all that, picking out the right journal and pen, and all of a sudden you journal, but ain't nothing written in that page. You know what I'm saying? You're actually speaking what you're doing. You ain't even looking at nobody else and what they're doing. They're noticing, but you're still operating out of openness, out of abundance, out of clarity. Yeah. Pile number 1, in your current state, in your current chapter, Spirit is saying, just stand still. Don't do too much because too much is not needed. You're doing a lot right now. Then you got to see what you're doing a lot for a lot to be getting done. I'm seeing, it's like when there's this black woman be like, yeah, we just take the day off and the next day you show up with a new hairstyle. We were still doing some minor business. Just going to pop up new. Okay. So that's been your reading pile number 1. Love you, love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out a reading down below or a donation. And until next time. Pile number 2. We are doing for you the next chapter. What is spirit? What new knowledge do you need for your next chapter? What new information, what new guidance, what new clarity? Which is letting me know you are currently in a lot of endings right now. You're getting near that end. Ooh, sounds like a burp when it come out, but it did not. You're getting near the end of your life being a lot more vocal. More means just adding on to, which means you've already been vocal. Because I felt like this almost, I've been speaking, it's almost like this, a very defensive energy. Or like on guard energy. Which makes sense. Because once you're getting near the end, you feel like you're getting near the end, you got to pay a little bit more attention. As I'm seeing somebody, they're pulling up to a place that they've never been to for like a celebration or an event or whatever. But it's like, as you were on your way there, you was kind of vibing with the GPS. You in the GPS almost one, but as you get closer, you start turning on the music. You start almost like raising your seat, getting a little bit more like, okay, where is it? And so you have to be, you feel like you're a little bit more on guard. You're a little bit more paying attention. You were still on guard where you were driving while you were getting there because obviously you've never been there before. But as you get closer, you start becoming more intentional with your attention. And you're starting to notice and everything, like, what the fuck is they doing that? You know what? It's like, it's almost like that. And I feel like you're currently moving in this shift of your operation, of moving in that sense. And so, yeah, I feel like you're turning down the extra noise. Could be meditating more. I'm hearing waking up at all hours, but not being upset that you woke up or that you're waking up early and you're not being upset with it. Just like, okay, what's going on? Like, y'all got something to say? Or, it's in this moment where you're tuning everything else out and tuning yourself in. Paying attention to you and your environment. Because your car is also like your environment in this analogy, in this thing. So, you're nearing this place. And the fact that I said celebration or event or a new place, this is something that you have been, like, you're dressed up. You're ready to go. You are prepared. You are ready to shift and move and go. Yeah, and I feel like the GPS in this analogy, like I said, GPS has been vibing, and every now and again you still check it, but I feel like that's you with your spirit team. universe, God, the divine. I feel like that's you. And you have been like, okay, now I needed a little bit more. I needed maybe a little bit more reassurance, maybe a little bit of bombardment with angel numbers, maybe, bring a lot more people. Oh, sweat happens. Um, I need a little bit more reassurance in my confidence in self, or, just a little bit more information and clarity when things are hands with, you know, I don't need that now. I'm just like, I'm honing on what you gave me. All I do is every now and again, look what I remember. Now I'm saying the number in my head. 123 40 way street. 123 40 way. 123. It's like me and the GPS was so connected that I knew where I was going the entire time. I was operating in a sense of knowing where I'm going, and I feel like you're getting to this point. And so, like I said, it could just be like, okay, let me tone everything else down because I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I'm hearing, I know what I'm doing. Thank you, though. Thank you, I got it. I'm hearing that, like, instead of me, like, questioning, should I wear this? Should I do this? Should I set this out? Whatever is like, I got it, thank you. No, I got it. And not a way of, like, dismissing help or support, but it's like, I don't need that. 21, 22, I don't need that. I got it. I'm pulling up now. I'm already here. A lot of I am and I statements. So you definitely have been, yeah. I like this. Your energy is very, for your next chapter, very, like I said, vocal. Like I said, it was very like, I've been vocal, but like I said, more vocal, especially with the cards that we have. The first card that we have is the pink card, root chakra or heart chakra. I am a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. So not only is your voice going to get louder, but your life, your energy, your presence is going to get louder in this next chapter, and it's all going to be natural. Because it's all what you've been doing. It's all just who you are. It's an embodiment. And so with this, you're like, yeah. So right now it could be you, like I said, in this period of moving, like you're going to your destination. You could be getting rid of old clothes, old things that no longer serve you. You could be singing more. I'm here with saying more affirmations to yourself. You could be doing things where you're just saying yes to yourself. So for, especially with this next card that's coming up, you could have been denying yourself like, oh, I don't have that, or you're moving out of the I don't have. Because again, this is also root chakra, and this root chakra is I have. You're moving out of I don't have energy of just continuously proclaiming, especially with the two blue cards that came out. Constantly, I speak. I'm speaking that. It's like, dang. And you know what I say, what you think, you speak what you speak, you become what you become is what you are, and you're recognizing what I am. It's natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. And it's almost like with this trance-like energy that is opening you in doors and portals and ways of gaining more access to what you are looking for, to what you want, and combining those wants with those needs. Because I have more than enough money to save, spend, and give wisely. Like I said, you could have been like, oh, I can only get this, or I'm only doing. It's like you're pulling up to the destination now. You're pulling up ready now. You're pulling up focused now. Because you recognize what you have. So when you can be like, no, I can't do that, or I don't have enough for it, it's like, shit, I really want to do it. I was watching a video a while ago. It's like, when you really want something, the universe will meet you. They're like, okay, we see you putting, like, why not? Like it's universe is very much a why not? Why not? Why not? And I feel like you're moving more in that sense with I have. I do. And even people don't even realize when they say things like that, and they possibly looking in their bank account like, I ain't got much money. But like, I have more than enough money to save, spend, and give wisely. That means you can possibly like, okay, I'm enough money. Let me go ahead and get groceries. I set this up. And when you go there, somebody paid for your groceries already. And it's like, dang, now I got enough money to spend. You don't realize the opportunities that await you when you are moving, speaking, operating in abundance. So for your next chapter, it's just gonna flow off your tongue naturally. The way you speak, the way you move, the way you adorn yourself, the way you just enact such a vocalization of harmony within your presence. It changes everybody's frequency. You're like they call it a conductor, right? With it, or it's like that's who you are, but you're not doing it to control people. It's just this is you just operating like yeah. So if you feel like you've been penny pinching, or you couldn't treat yourself, or you wanted to go somewhere, or you just feel like I don't even got enough to save. I gotta spend my money right away. I gotta get those tickets right away. This and that. It's like no, 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 no. I have more than enough money to save, spending it wisely. There have been so many times where I'm just like, dang, I was going to get that, and somebody else got it for me. Or vice versa. Or a moment where I was just bigging myself up, just like, oh, I look so good, and it just transfers. Yes, that is my stomach. I like to do these a lot more times than not on an empty stomach. It's the water in me. But you're going to start speaking life in yourself, but it's also going to be real, because blue is clarity, blue is intuition, blue is depth. It's not just the throat chakra. Because we have not that far removed. Like I said, your next chapter is coming up, and we have retrograde. Check your phone faves. That can be in your pictures, that can be in your notes, that can be in your texts, that can check your phone faves. That can be on, if you have like bookmarks or something on it, check the faves in your phone. Look, I wrote all these cards are channel messages, essentially. So check that out. Because not that far removed in retrograde, I don't know if it is a retrograde when I'm recording this or when you're watching this, but to me, not that far removed. Retrograde just looks like it's going backwards in the sky. Because it looks like it. And so you're changing the way that you're seeing and viewing and operating in your life in this next chapter. It's going to look very different. You're not that far removed. You're not that far removed at all from abundance. You're not that far removed from love. You're not that far removed from stability. You're not that far removed from peace. You're not that far removed from grace. You're not that far removed from opportunities. You're not that far removed from alignment. You're not that far removed from pleasure. You are not that far removed, because it's not without you at all. It's just, do you recognize it? And then you feel like you don't have it, speak that. Speak what does make you happy, what does give you peace. And say, I have that. Or it's coming towards me. I'm driving up to it. Because this retrograde energy is allowing me to see, am I changing the perception of my mind, or is the perception of my mind changing me? We got new friend. I've been saying this a whole lot more lately. I got friends on here. She must have said yesterday, she's like, or was it loading your little friends? It's just like, shit, I got friends on the other. So something with this new friend, this new energy, it could be spiritual, a new friend, or it could just be an actual new friend. But the fact that you also got these two cards that are blank, essentially white, a clean slate. In this next chapter, recognize that. Because I feel like also with this retrograde energy and this new friend energy being the only two blank cards in this purple, is recognize what you knew that you have and what you know that you have. Your next chapter is going to be filled with a lot of I statements. And Spirit is going to make you recognize that you are and have a lot. And you're going to be surrounded by people that recognize that as well. We got new friend. And I feel like you guys been talking for some time. Or you having to read, because you don't just meet somebody like, let's just be friendly. Like, let's get to know each other and then we can be friends. Yeah? And I feel like you guys been kind of talking. And I was like, oh, wow, shit, we are friends. We do have that connection. That's what we are. So, yeah, you're going to have an abundance. You're going to have money. You're going to be able to, because what's the point of having money? You're going to feel like you look good. You know? What's the point of having money if I can spend it? What's the point of having money in, you know what I'm saying? So if you're worried about that penny pension, I feel like you can't treat yourself, get a new wardrobe, or love and abundance on your life, it's happening because you are mesmerizing it all. And it might not even have to come from your own motherfucking pockets. Okay? But that has been your reading pile number 2 or next chapter. I love you. Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time. Okay? Pile number 3. Yours, 3019, is what old knowledge do you need to apply? So the other 2 piles got new knowledge. Yours is about old knowledge. You already, peeped something, got a revelation for something, got a truth of something. Like, you already know something, but have you applied it? And people sometimes feel like wisdom is not just lived experiences. It's also because it's wise to be seeing somebody get their hand burnt on something and not doing it. You ain't got to experience that to get the wisdom of that, but baby, I am going to take you getting burned and me not following the same path. So I feel like it's something where it either you see it happen to someone, we're going to get into it, where you either seen it happen to someone else or you're possible into I don't know, it's just this. I feel like you. Do you? I think that's what it think is, spirit. I feel like you think you got to do things, and that's the only way you can learn things. Well, not everybody needs to get on the magic school bus. Okay, if you watch all the episodes, not all of them always got on the bus, but they still learn something. Okay. And even we didn't get to see them take a field trip every time, but sometimes they're like doing a project, and then I don't know why the magic school bus is coming up, but we're rocking and we're rolling with it. But they're like, yo, this is their end of project, and then we'll go here. They were still learning throughout that class period. We just saw them take the trip. And I feel like you are trying to skip the learning part to get straight to the trip, to get straight to the experiences. And so sometimes that lunges you forward. And I feel like there's possibly something that you did in your past that you didn't like the outcome of it, or something that you vowed not to do. And now you're going towards it, or you're contemplating it. Or it's something about something that you've written down or something that you experienced. You don't like thinking about it a lot. You know, like, you're hard-headed against yourself. It's almost like you see your past self or younger self or older self as like a completely separate being. Like, that wasn't me. And so that I almost say constantly, I don't want to put that on you, Ashe. So that causes you to not really take a strong 3313, as I said, a good reflection at yourself or introspection in the highest degree. It's almost like your ego does the shadow work for you. And so sometimes that causes you to do things that you say you want to do. Or just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to try it, fuck it, and it's like your intuition, your gut, your body, everything is saying, but it's like, but I'll never know, and it's different than an uncomfortable change or a shift, or where you really have to be, but it's like you're not even throwing caution to the wind, like, you creating the wind and then running straight into it. It's like, I'm saying, and I'm just being honest, the spirit is giving me this message, you are turning the fan on high and throwing shit straight into it. Ooh, that ringing in my ear. Death on the left. Yeah, somebody need to hear that. Ringing straight in my ear. You create things that you know you can get out of, but you only know you can get out of it because you're okay with repeating it sometimes. Look at the card split in two while I'm trying to figure out. Ancient wisdom, check your books. It's like you don't like listening to yourself. Or just, I don't know. It's like your ego is like pushing me back in this reading, and I hilariously never experienced that before. But it's like you, like I said, it's like your ego has been doing the shadow work. You're gonna have to admit at times that you fucked up. You're going to admit at times that you didn't follow your intuition or your gut. You're going to have to admit at times that you possibly stayed in a place for a little bit too long. You're going to have to admit that that hurt you, that that upsets you, that I'm not happy. You're going to have to admit those things. Because if you do not, you're not speaking truthfully. You're dismissing it, you're denying it, you're delaying it. And so now you feel like you have to experience things and put your body, your nervous system, all this through this in order to get the actual realization. Because even also blue is not just throat, it's your mind, the clarity, intuition, the depth. And you are not checking yourself properly. It reminds me of the magicians where, they were in the library. You've seen it, and they were at the section where everybody has a book. And I think it was Quentin or somebody, I don't know, somebody that picked it up, their own book. She was like, I wouldn't recommend me in that. He was like, why? Why not? She was like, I found that a lot of people don't like the protagonist. And obviously the protagonist is themselves. And so I feel like if you are not checking your own books, you are not checking yourself properly to possibly see parts of yourself that you don't like, you'll never fix it. And I don't even want to say fix it, thank you. You never work on it, work through it. And so with this ancient wisdom, you don't even realize the reason that some of the things that you do is just ancestral. It's your ego trying to protect you. And not in a way that it's supposed to, because you're not supposed to get rid of it, but it's protect you in a way to not truly look at yourself in a way that can grow, in a way to get out of cycles, in a way to truly advance self. And so these old memories, these old past energies, this old knowledge that you did get that you're like, I'm seeing, I'm seeing the scene out of Crudes where they're going like over the spiky thing, and he's trying to go after Guy, and so as he's going over the spiky things, it stabs him. He's like, "Hey, nobody else go over here. Like it's gonna hurt you." And everybody else is like, "Whatever." And they just start stepping on the spiky things and they're hurting themselves. He's like, "Why is nobody listening to me? Why is nobody like it's going to hurt you?" Like they still keep trying to step over it. And so I feel like that's right now. It's like you and your spirit team is fighting. Like, why is somebody? Why are they not listening? Why do they keep stepping on this? We're trying to help them. We're trying to lead them. We're trying to, and so it's like you're not allowing yourself to take in this wisdom because you feel like you have to experience it to be seen as, I don't know, real, or to not see. So it's this weird energy. We getting into it. We get into it. We got thunder. Thunder is a noise. Yeah, you really don't listen. Not at all. Mm-mm-mm. And so with this coming in, it's like you don't even listen to yourself at all. Mm. Thunder is loud. That's why they say sometimes it's just a thunderstorm, and all you hear is just boom, and there's no rain. I feel like you are waiting for the rain on your skin. Hilariously enough, but all you're getting is thunder. But it's like you're not even listening, because sometimes thunder can heed the signs of rain coming. Check your books, whether that's your journals, whether that's old notes, whether that's actually checking out a book that you were planning on reading. Something, and also check your books of like feelings do not equate facts, right? It's giving that energy where you're kind of getting your feelings confused with the facts of the situation. And you're trying to remember it in a way that doesn't make it seem like you did or didn't say this, or you did and didn't do this. It's like, no, you're going to have to look that you did do this, that you did say this, or that you did accept this, or that you didn't move, or that you're going to have to take that in, because with this ancient wisdom, this thunder, this, like I said, ancestral, and you don't even realize. something that your mom's mom did, your dad did, or it's just it runs in the. It's like it's almost like, but you feel like you have to experience it, or that you can do it in a different way, but you're just repeating the cycle. If you're doing the same thing and expecting a difference, that's insanity. So with this thunder coming in, it's coming in loud, and they want you, yeah, and they want you to truly be ready. We have new blessings. Who's this? Projection over mirror. Get yourself in check. Go take a look back in the past because new blessings. Who's this? I feel like if you do not truly do the shadow work, do the self reflection, and recognize the cycles that you're in. You ain't gotta. I mean, cycles. Sometimes take some time to get out. But if you don't even recognize the cycle that you're in, or the habit that you're in, or even the mindset that you're in, it's going to keep thundering, and you're not going to feel that rain, and you're going to keep doing things to try to feel something, to try to experience something. And that's going to lead to projection or mirror, where you're either projecting on other people and on their lives because you don't want to look at a mirror in yourself, or you're going to start projecting the truth into that mirror and seeing yourself clearly. Because when these new blessings do come, I was like, some people like, they ain't gonna come if you did it. What's for you will come for you, whether you feel like you're ready or not, whether you feel like you did planning or not. Look at everybody that gets shit is like because they have faith. That's why they say some people are, have saw this. What's that one lady that's like, yeah, I don't need a degree. The degree burned down in the school. Look, she's still getting interviews and this and deals and clients and stuff. And it's like you'll still get blessed with a lot of things if you have faith in the work. And so they want you to recognize yourself in the truest light because those blessings are fleeting. Those blessings are not real. And they want you to have ones that are real because you recognize yourself in it. I had a conversation with my sister the other day. She was like, I just, want more. And I was like, okay, I'll let you inside of my head. Because that's what it is. I have to realize, I even told her, I was like, I'll be having a conversation, yes, with you, but also with myself in my head. Like, okay, and then here goes the solution. Well, it's like, okay, I'll let you in my head because if I let you in my head, that allows you to feel more of an emotional connection, and that does the builds the relationship. So it's me. If I didn't take that in and be like, well, it is what it is, girl. I ain't gonna let you. It's like, well, where are we going here? Either I'm going to protect my ego for saying, hey, I'm feeling like this will allow us to be closer. And then be like, psh, well, we just going to be as close as we need to be. Or I can allow my ego to say, hey, we can even be like, hey, we're really good friends because we changed. Because we learned. And so you have to start taking that into account as well. How are you viewing yourself? Or you take accountability. How are you viewing yourself? And accountability is not punishment. It's acknowledgement. It's shift. It's growth. We got Float by Janelle Monáe, featuring Shun Katu and Kutu, and Egypt 80, and then Polyamorous. You're going to feel a lot lighter in your life. And with this polyamorous coming in on the side of ancient wisdom, thunder, projection, this is your spirit team. The fact that you only, not like that, but have three things on your side. Check your books. New blessings is this, and float. They want you to be able to float with these blessings, not feel weighed down. 44:14. Spirit is going to be speaking loud. Listen. So whatever happened in the past, whatever you have to work through that on that. Check those journals. Check what you need to check, baby. Okay? Because it's thunderous. And then you'll be able to feel that rain. Okay? And release the addiction to anxiety, fear, and doubt. Yeah. Release that. Like I said, you don't even realize that can just be ancestral. Release it. And they're there to help you. Listen. Listen. Okay? But this has been your reading. I love you. Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so the channel can thrive. And until next time.